broadcast. Sights on the Body Heat. Morning coffee, all free music pre-show. Vic and I had some technical issues prior to the show, as we often do, and got them fixed, Vic. So stuff is, it's ready.
And I don't know if I'm ready. I was like on one, bro.
You know, this is a technical thing when you have it this way. Sometimes stuff doesn't work. We use the same systems that you guys do. That's the good news, because you could do it with your regular home systems. But then you're subject to the same kinds of Windows update issues. But we're live. Get ready to come live after this song. We're just doing some final system checks. Make sure we're in business. Good morning, world. Sights on the Body Heat. All systems go. Got some good sativa this morning. Initiating recording. Stream looks good. Oh! Yes. body's on, the body heats. You've been listening to the All Free Music Pre-Show. You can get all this music free legally. Artists retain their rights for commercial use. We're part of the Creative Commons movement. I put the links in the chat room. Get ready to be that time. Get ready to transition to our live broadcast at this time. Those of you at Facebook, you're going to need to refresh that page. We segment the shows according to Facebook's requests, and so we segmented the shows into different pieces. So you're going to need to refresh that page as we transition into the morning broadcast. Thank you for being here with us for the pre-show. Alexa, begin playlist. Broadcast transition. See you guys on the other side.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, begin playlist. Broadcast transition.
Your playlist, Broadcast Transition, on Amazon Music.
Transitioning now. Transitioning now. Restarting that Facebook page. Get ready. Connecting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're affecting that connection and making sure that it is in full effect prior to the live. Vic, I'm pulling in the Facebook audiences right now.
All day, man. All day. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Here we are, month of June. Summertime. Oh, I'm sorry, not in LA. Not summertime yet. We haven't hit a temperature over 75 yet, so maybe in July.
Affecting that transition. Looks good. Hello, Facebook. We've made the connections, Vic. I am starting that engine. Ho! Yes. Good morning.
It's a brand new day. Let's get down on the good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
Come on! It's time. Morning coffee, get your stretch on. Get your move on. Get your groove on. Good morning. Come on, everybody. This is where I stretch my hips. Make sure I still can move. Come on.
with it. Choose who you get it. I smack like it's my flow hard like get the slipping clothes. Individuals when anything goes. I play a pick 'em like any got soul, got so much things to rap. I should have the back hole. Y'all should kick back, relax, and just roll. Roll with it, vibe with it. Roll with it, vibe with it. Roll with it, come on and vibe with it. If I'm maintain, just keep it alive. Ain't cool, be cool, just move with the groove. Walk in here, the beat way too.
Let's just do what we came to do. Come on! Be cool! Whoa! Whoa, good morning. It's getting easier, you guys. Working on that rehabbing the old shell, getting the body into the physical specimen that you once knew. Yes, my body is a temple, and I'm glad to be here, a little bit out of breath. But morning coffee. And as always, a fixture like time itself, the gifted man over there working 3 switchers while live on the air. Who else but the master of multitasking himself, Victor Allen? Everybody give it up.
Get your processed fruit cup every day. Processed foods is not the only way. It may be the best for you. But I'm gonna prove it this way.
Well, you know, I did make fruit cup, but everybody killed my fruit cup. I made some really fresh fruit cup. Because I make fruit cup.
And I'm all good with it,
Man,
man.
hey, Monday, it's wonderful to be here Monday. We had some technical issues, Vic and I, like always. And for those of you who are part of the experience of Pack Stereo, you know we've been updating that website. GoDaddy has been on it. A bunch of you, go take a look at the paxstereo.com portal when it's working. They tell me they're adjusting things. We did what they call a migration to a new platform. So the paxstereo.tv is having some issues, the paxstereo.com, all of that. So we had to do things because GoDaddy is wonderful. This is not a paid promotion, but of all the people that I've dealt with in terms of customer service, and it's been a pretty low bar, by the way, but there are a couple of people that do a great job, and GoDaddy is one. The other one is Spectrum TV, Vic. Would you say we've had a kind of pretty decent experience with Spectrum?
See, you know, let me tell you something about this technology. I believe that not only are we doing better, but they have found a way to have devices communicate to you while you're not trying to use them. Just as what Mario experienced. Now that works all the time.
Yeah, they just talk. They just talk with it.
Yeah, all right. Never have to play. All right.
Yeah.
All voice controlled. So is that saying from now on the best results are voice command results?
I won't go that far because I'm still breaking it all in.
Right, I feel you, man.
But like, hey, Vic, we're working it. You know, we are using the best in technology, and a lot of our fans comment. I had a bunch of the friends recently tell me that, hey, man, everything's looking, the video's looking good, everything. I said, well, we've expanded. We're broadcasting now at high def because you can handle it. A 3 megabyte per second stream, 1920 by 1080. That's the high def. Now, there's higher standards than that, but we're broadcasting at them. And I'm constantly updating you guys. We're trying to stay at the top of the list. And hey, we are broadcasting, streaming live 360. That means at Facebook and other sites, YouTube, we are streaming a 360 stream. That's the one where you can move around in the video, even though you have the issue that it's the regular camera audio. But you can move around in the video. So that was going on. So we are groundbreaking. I just want you to know, your brothers represent, technology. We represent technology, and as we do, as a graduate of Howard University, I want to say that as a proud alumni of the zoology department there at Howard, I would like to know that I do try to represent well, because they are often watching, and so it is. But it's that kind of day. Like Vic gave you the weather, let's let Alexa officially give you the weather. Alexa, Can we have the weather for View Park, Los Angeles? View Park, California?
In Los Angeles, it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for lots of clouds, with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 59 degrees.
All right, so that way we're looking good for us. I mean, relatively it's been a little damp, but we can't complain.
Yeah.
Can't complain. And we always look for it as part of one of our regular features, the birthday update. Alexa, birthday update.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, birthday update.
I don't know that one.
See, this is where this is where it gets a little funny, see. I try to, because it's supposed to be artificial intelligence, you know?
It is artificial.
It is supposed to be artificially intelligent, not artificially unintelligent. So let's see. Maybe it's called something else. Maybe I got it. Okay, Alexa, birthday roundup. Yeah.
Today's famous birthdays include model, actor, film director, cinematographer, music producer and songwriter Caden Botch, King of the United Kingdom and the British Dominions, and Emperor of India King George V, Spanish tennis player Rafael Nadal, American actor, comedian, writer, producer, and director Sean Burley, and American journalist, television presenter and author Anderson Cooper.
Obviously, I got the command incorrect. So, what can I say? Well, that's the thing when you're dealing with Alexa. We have a lot of artificial intelligence working with us around here, and so you get to see it in action. Hey, gotta send love out to Mac McAllister. I see him in the chat room. Let me tell you, Mac McAllister, the G&M Bureau Chief, who's the HNIC up there in Port Townsend, Washington, recently had the experience. He's the one who does, by the way, usually our morning pre-show. Mac McAllister's Retro Jazz and Blues. Well, he had a scare recently where they came to his building and basically told him they had to move out, like within hours or whatever, because of cracks, and they're worried about the building's foundation. So the building, I understand, is still standing there, but Mac's in a temporary location. So Mac, give us the update too about what's going. I would call you, Mac, on the phone, but if you're gonna answer the phone, and we call you, get the update. So next week we'll call you and we'll get the update, Mac.
Oh, okay. So he's relocating to another island, right? So
well, he's gonna stay there. They had put him up. They gave him, I guess, because of the way it goes down, they give him, like a voucher or something, or a check or something for his rent, to stay at this other apartment for like months.
On the same island?
Right. I hope it's down the street.
Oh, well.
I hope it's still in Port Townsend, right,
Yeah.
Mag? It's still in Port Townsend.
Yeah. That's pretty good. How many major streets do they have in Port Townsend?
One major street. No major streets. There's no major streets. In fact, they're still using horse and buggies.
Okay.
From what I understand, Mac is very adept at summoning the horse and buggies.
Do you have to take the boat plane to get to his place?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Might have to take his boat to low play.
You
I don't know. It's
Just
kind of.
saying, man, some people got it good when they can stay on an island.
They do.
Most people don't realize when we say Port Townsend, they think, oh, it's just Port Townsend. But it is an island.
See, I didn't think
That's
about on the Strait of Juan de Fuca. It's up there. Look it up. Google it. Straight on the.
Right.
We're international, our people. They're all there. Even Wade Williams has joined in from London. We got Marvin Bernard. I think he's over there in Virginia. We got Dejan. We got PMC in Pittsburgh. And so we got every Quincy Jones Jr. They coming all in from around the nation. So let's give it up. Let's give it up for the fans that are part of this madness.
Okay. Wanda Fuka.
Wanda Fuka.
I got you, bro.
Hey, so for today's news topics, coming up today in my good news, bad news, and other shit segment, I'm going to be talking about Roy Choi, who many of you know because he was one of the first food trucks here in LA, branched into brick and mortar restaurants, and now he's got 2 shows coming up on Netflix. We'll talk about that today. I'm also going to talk about the mass shooting that occurred in Virginia Beach, which he puts us in another record for the year. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with Trump as he makes a mockery of us over there in Great Britain this morning. That's going to be total madness.
Mm.
In the Marijuana for Dummies segment, I'm going to tell you about Ben & Jerry's plans to make a CBD infused ice cream. And as part of that, we're going to take a look at why the FDA is taking a hard look at CBD, issues with CBD and flying now that the TSA is saying that it's sort of cool with them. And then we're going to celebrate Illinois becoming the 11th cannabis legalization state. So how about you, Vic? What you got today?
Hey, I got to follow up on the sports because everybody knows they're going to talk basketball. Unless you're following the Stanley Cup, championship. But I guess most people are not talking. We already know that St. Louis is down 2-1. And hey, look, we'll try to get into it later, but because I have a problem pronouncing their names, I'm not going to talk about it too much. Now, let me get over to the real deal. There's a first time heavyweight boxing division. History has been made.
History.
History has been made.
Sorry, wrong button.
First time. The first time. But it's a double whammy first time. I'll get to that in a moment. Also,
Double whammy.
When somebody takes your parking spot, is that being sporting? And we're going to find out what happens when all of a sudden you say, could this become a sport? If not, I think you're going to find that people have certain physical speeds they never knew they had. Going to get into that as well. Hot picks. Okay, let me just say this.
Hot picks. Y'all know hot picks, award-winning.
Award-winning hot picks.
Remember this term, for those of you who haven't heard it before, it's called dusky complexion.
Like rusty ankles and
no,
ashy
dusky.
kneecaps.
Dusky.
Dusky.
Dusky. D-U-S-K-Y. Why is there a unbelievable trend just exploding in India? Just think about dusky women. I'll get more on
I
that.
love me some dusky.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, coming up this Wednesday is the graduation of our latest staff member. That's right, our own Jada Salazar. She's now legal. Well, she's 18. That's legal for most, I guess.
Right.
Can she drink at 18? She can't drink at 18, I hope. Anyway, Jada, she's graduating Wednesday. She is student body president at Dorsey High. She is we call her intern now. She's really way more than that. She's our latest staff member. I don't have any children, and she is an inspiring young lady to be around. It makes you just so get into her because of what she does. But she's going to be doing some speaking too, and so we're going to be going down to the graduation. We got to deal with this and the whole fact that the NBA playoffs. But Jada will be there, her graduation, and she's probably featured in the latest slideshow animation.
No, not the latest. Not yet.
Oh, she's not in the latest slideshow?
Well, the latest would be the one I submit, not the one you already got. That's why I
so I ain't got the latest.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Whatever we got.
Here's the question coming back, Mario. When and what age did you take your first drink?
What?
Wait. You go sit back and ask, does she drink? And I'm going, well, let's qualify by finding out what age did you take your first
Oh, man.
swig, bro?
Why you want to start something?
Dude,
Why you going to start something?
it's all good.
We were a little delinquent. Thank God we made it.
I just want you to qualify, bro.
My mother was on my ass. Say something about heat. What's happening, Facebook friends? Well, you gotta visit California just to smoke. Go to Canada. Trying to get out of that yard. Work this garden.
Until the time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me. Every day, every hour, every day. 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. Until the time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me.
Say something about heat. Jada Salazar. Helping Vic and I out. She's our right hand woman. Give it up for Jada. Graduating. You know, Jada starts a summer program in just a minute. You know, June 16th. Stop, dang it. The stuff won't stop. You try to get it to stop, but you kind of don't want to. There it goes finally. But anyway, Jada starts summer program at USC. And one of the things I told her, I said, you know, the folks that really are committed to their careers, they start early, and it's not so much that they're always brighter, but in some ways they work so much harder. So here it is summertime, June 16th, and she starts a summer program, which really gives her a one-up for all the classes that she starts in September. The program she's in, and it's similar to a bunch of programs that are around the country. It's actually similar to the HEP program that I worked with at USC for decades. Anyway, and what they do is they take the young folks, and over the summer they give them introductions to the classes that they're going to have in the fall. Often those introductions are taught by the same professors. They've got such a commitment, Vic, from the faculty that often the chemistry professor teaches the summer course in it. So this allows them to get a one-up ahead. This kind of encouragement, which is made available to all kinds of disadvantaged students for different reasons. Jada, who's student body president, is part of this foster care system, and she's talking about that on her own, the way she wants to bring it out to you. But again, so much heart for her to get in there and do this, and for the other folks. And she's going into the summer program. So we gave her our graduation gift. You know, because I asked her what she wanted. You know, with young folks, it's
Money.
money. Money.
Money.
No, it's, you know, because I asked her, I said, well, and I told her, I said, Jada, you know, her books are covered, and I let her know that Pax Stereo has her back. So as she goes through the year, whatever hurdles she comes up with, you know, we're committed to her just based on her energy, her spirit, her story. And so I let her know that we got her back.
You know what?
All the little things, if she needs something, you know, we're going to do it for her.
Look, let me tell you why Mario has a good heart. I mean, when he did that contribution to Trump University a couple of years ago, I was really moved by that. I was like touched. Because what Mario was saying is the students, and he had to get beyond the name Trump.
It was that enterprise, and the Hemsley Home for Wayward Girls was also two of the most wonderful ones that I had. Yes, the Home for Wayward Girls, and the Trump, yeah, right.
And I took my first drink at 14 years of age.
Well, see, Vic started shit this morning. When was you guys first drink? Anybody who's got the guts? Okay, me and my buddies, when we were like in the 8th grade, 8th or 9th, it could have been 9th.
Here we go.
We all went to we made an agreement, and we all took like a jar, went to our parents' liquor stores, and like poured this much out of every bottle. Like we didn't even know what stuff was, we just poured a little bit.
Right.
Then we all got together, mixed that together with some Kool-Aid and some orange juice, Hawaiian Punch, and then we drank that, and we were messed up. We were jacked up. We were jacked up. And you shouldn't drink. Only dopes use dope. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, my first drink, man, it was Kool-Aid and we were talking about alcohol? Oh, well.
It was your question, Vic.
See,
Start
that's-
shit.
No, I'm not starting. And let me just say this. I had so many questions, but I don't want to mess up Mario's flow because I literally was focused on 400 pages because if I say 400 pages, Mario's going to go in and it's going to deal with Trump. But what is more interesting reading, and this will be my last question, and I'll leave your flow alone. 400 pages of the Trump whatever, or the Jussie Smollett 400 pages. Okay. Now remember what I said.
Jesse dropped off the news.
Wait a minute. Reading though, because see, if you go pull those
Vic just started shit today.
dude,
He just brought up Jesse Smollett.
I just want what's more interesting reading.
Everybody thinks Vic is starting shit. Please comment in the chat
No.
room.
No, man.
Talk about Jesse Smollett.
I'm just saying. It is amazing when they released and opened, how you find out and learn stuff that just makes you go, really? Versus when you go 400 pages with Trump, which is redacted. There's really no really moments in there. There's just okay, we kind of knew that. It just kind of confirmed behavior. See, that's what I'm saying.
Confirmed asshole behavior. That's what we're going to be talking about today as part of the news that Trump is in Europe making a fool of us all.
There you go, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. The time you've been waiting for. I know the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. The good news, the bad news. Oh, sorry. That's the other shit part.
Choking drool.
I'm just telling you, choking Drew it is, because that's the way it is today, you guys. Trump's over there right now embarrassing the hell out of us. I want you to know he's already done it. He started it when he decided to get over there before he went and talk about how the Meghan Markle was nasty. The Duchess of Sussex. The Duchess of Sussex.
Evangelist this.
That's hard to get that. That's it. So Trump is over there right now. I've been trying to get some updates. You know, they got the Trump. They got, where is it? I thought I had a picture of it actually, but they've got the Trump piece going over there.
Right.
That shows him acting in there. I'm using a special browser this morning, you guys, because Vic and I are having so much technical. So we have to do this whole thing. So let me see if I can get it in here too, Vic. I didn't have that set up. But so Trump is over there, and you know that he's supposedly he's he's got a favorable rating with just above 20% of the people. Okay, you know, and so that means that like 79% of the people just do not like him. I think he's less popular over there than of course than he is over here. And he's not very popular over here, but he's certainly less popular over there.
Yeah.
And so they were waiting for him. In fact, they were shipping over this giant, I think I posted, I'm trying to get into Facebook now to show you. They shipped over this giant Trump figure in effigy that they were going to display.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm just looking at it. Everybody else, Anaya was saying she was getting black. Anaya, you might have to do those upgrades.
Well, if you're doing it through your phone, I can tell you right now, I have 2 mobile devices that's telling me there is a current iOS update pending, and I'm not even touching because depending on how big it is, it's going to probably black out my screen. But be prepared. hit your updates first to make sure, so it's going around. And I haven't forgotten you at all, Anaya.
And I out there, one of our regulars who's out there. Take a look at this. Take a look at this picture. Here's the giant Trump robot that's going to the UK.
They found a way to block you, man.
We've been having troubles technically. It could be an assault.
Mm-hmm.
It could be an assault. You never know.
Yeah, it all depends.
These people, it could be an assault.
If those updates are flying, it's going to be hard.
There's the Trump right there. It's muted. So supposedly the Trump robot. That's a better picture right there, huh?
Okay.
That's the Trump robot.
Okay.
He's Trump sitting on the toilet, and while shouting and tweeting, "I'm a very stable genius." Yeah, let's give it up for that one. Yeah, he's over there making an ass of himself today, so we get to watch. I would really, in terms of protocol violations, not that I'm one who's big on protocol, but I don't know that I would keep the Queen waiting. I don't know that I would step in front of her and walk on, or step on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
See, first of all, I'd give her all the respect I give any senior citizen of that age.
Even Trump?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There are those times when you kick an old lady down a flight of stairs.
He's a senior citizen, man.
There are those times you actually think about doing evil.
All right, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you do it. I'm just saying I understand.
Right. That's right.
We're not embracing violence of any kind.
Right.
But we say we understand.
I want you to understand.
Understand.
Trump.
This picture of Trump sitting in the toilet. Don't you wish for him donut-sized hemorrhoids?
Listen.
Giant ass donut.
Let me say this.
Just squish.
There's only one person he didn't bow to, but he said, we stand side by side. He takes no bowing to no one, no leader in the world. There's only one that he basically said, oh no, I'm not going to walk in front of him. I'm going to always stay on the side. I'm not going to tell you who that is.
He pushed the other people out the way.
He sure did, but he will not do it with this certain individual. I'm staying away from politics. I'm talking about human behavior.
Well, the thing with Trump right now has to do with the surrounding battle that's brewing. And that's one where you take your breath and hold it, because the Trump administration has basically thumbed their nose at everyone. The big one that's pending is the federal judge who said who actually gave them specific instructions which they did not carry out. So you're going to see that play out today. I probably should go look and see, based on the time frame, if something has happened already. But since the Trump administration has been thumbing their nose at everybody, we're waiting for what these judges are going to do. Now, you can do it to some, but you can't do it to all. And so this judge who previously said that they were to make some information available, and they basically said we're not doing it. So now we're going to find out what happens today. I'm looking to see if there's anything about it. Nothing. Trump is denying he called Meghan Markle nasty, despite the recording that has been played. There's a recording of it everywhere. I'm going to see, that should be certainly covered, the recording of what happened. But he called her nasty. I heard the recording. We don't need to re-report it. Go look for it yourself. He called her nasty. And this is prior to his visit over there. So stuff is happening today. It's all the things that are surrounding Trump. The news is not out. I keep looking. Remember, every day now, you have the responses from the different bodies, political and otherwise, who have been getting denials from the Trump administration in terms of following instructions or releasing information. So you have that going forward. Following instructions, releasing information is heading forward, and we're going to see all of that unveil this week. All right. Good news, bad news, and the other shit. The good news, one of the great things that I like is Roy Choi. You know, Roy Choi is a success story. You know, he started the Koji food truck phenomenon here, Vic.
Okay.
Up from, you know, just really did it. I followed his family tradition of business and just really did it. And then started brick and mortars. The A-frame that I've been to, I think we've all been to there together, was one of the places that's his. He's got 2 or 3 brick and mortar places now around restaurants around here in Los Angeles. Well, he's got 2 Netflix shows coming up. And what's simply amazing about Roy Choi is the way he talks about community. In fact, I quoted him about bringing his own special brand of social justice-based restaurants. Great information, great discussion. Great discussions about how some of our attitudes affect the pricing of restaurants. You know, we're more willing to pay for some kinds of food than we are for other food.
Right.
Some people's food we expect to be a bargain all the time. Is that a cultural bias that we always expect Asian food or Mexican, Latino food choices to always be cheap? And why? No matter what the quality? Well, Roy Choi is one of the folks who's challenging all the distinctions and definitions of that. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I'm a street cook, man. Even before I was a street cook, I was a street person. I'm out there doing things, whether it's approved or not approved. Because my whole existence in this world is to nourish and to feed people. I'm just challenging conventional thought that a business can thrive in other ways than money.
Here's a business, here is a purpose.
Heart disease rates, the diabetes rates, the obesity rates, the cancer rates, they're all exponential. There's no way to be confused about why these things are happening when you look at what food is available.
How do you create a community that believes that everybody belongs and is willing to infuse hope for whom hope is foreign?
You're presented sometimes with that moment where you have to rise. Thousands of people on the street, starving. How are you going to feed them?
I don't need recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position.
To talk about the history of food in this community is also to talk about social justice.
Whether your beliefs differ from mine, we're breaking bread and we're talking. And I'm disagreeing with you. You're disagreeing with me. And then from there, we can start to talk about these things and maybe understand each other. Maybe I can be a voice for the people that a lot of times don't get a voice.
Wow, Roy Choi.
Yeah, very good.
You know, we've had some things going on, once again, horrifying us all. Another mass shooting, this time in Virginia Beach. I'm trying to verify. I heard 2 different quotes, Vic. I heard 150th mass shooting